And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Teal Protoss player. We have the StarCraft or the SC, the Brutal Protoss. It is DefMars. Let's go. Let us go. As we have purely Protoss and Terran remaining in the event, which is what we're used to be fair. Oh, and DefMars opening up with a proxy. Okay. Some cheeky builds here, some cheeky play out of DefMars. We'll see if he can get away with the proxy location here on the top side. ByuN so far is playing standard, going for the initial Rax opener. There's a very high chance that ByuN will skip the SCV, by the way. That he will skip the SCV scouts. That is very common in TvP, and I'm concerned if ByuN will skip it or if he does go for a later scout. Eyes are on ByuN as the gateways are getting up. Here we go. Do have our 3 gates, and I would imagine a 4th gateway behind this into a 4-gate 1-base all-in with mass zealots. No gases are taken. Yeah, no gases. Okay, we are going for an SCV scout, thankfully. So ByuN does scout across the map. And he will confirm. Does confirm the lack of gas. Does confirm the lack of gateways. Now he knows. Yeah, now he knows. He does fully wall off. As a result of that, we should be seeing a safety bunker on the high ground. There we go. Bunkers on the way so far. Good reaction. Good response here by ByuN. Remember, it's purely Zealot. These are melee-based units. They do rely on surface area. That is why it is crucial here to fully wall off and to get that bunker up as quickly as possible to make a stand. Likewise, it was a single gas. Yeah, it was still a single gas opener, so a later factory here by ByuN. Yeah, delayed factory, that will hurt him. ByuN's initial plan was to go for a CC before factory, so the build has been disrupted, and the Zealots have arrived. The Zealots have arrived, the boys are being pulled. I don't see a world where these Zealots break through, to be honest. Like, as long as we can pull the boys to repair, ByuN should be okay. Yeah, ByuN should be fine. Cybercore does finish, we have Dragoons now in production. ByuN does hold initially, going for the tech lab, but with this he can either go Cyclone first or Tank first. They both have their place. DefMars doubling down, going for the proxy robo into shuttle. ByuN does eBay block, ensuring that there is no proxy, there is no ninja base. There's no other expansion. ByuN going for his own 1-1-1. Does go for his own 1-1-1 here, as we do have the shuttle on the way. That will provide some high ground vision, bearing in mind that there is a mischance of trying to attack up the ramp. That will hinder DefMars. Cyclone is out. He's here to zone away the shuttle. Army gets spotted. Cyclone locks on. Nice lock on. Behind this we have our tanks on the way, Viking as well, to ensure that the shuttle does not push in. Proxy is confirmed. We have a Bay on the way that is going to be for Reaver play. Oh. DefMars does rotate into the main. ByuN out of position. Once again, does lock onto the shuttle. No! And the shuttle does barely go down. We'll lose the Viking in the process, but that was worth it. Yeah, now there's no shuttle. Now there's no high ground vision. ByuN is secure. Sets up his tank. Yeah, massive tank flow is going off. Tank is going to be focused down though. It did overextend, but okay, there's a second tank behind this. Massive tank flow. Dragoons are barely standing. Down to 1 Dragoon, down to 0. Yeah, 0 units left. GG gets called, and ByuN will take game number 1. Whew. GG. ByuN does take a lead in the series. Again, DefMars going for a cheeky all-in, but ByuN, he did scout. Once again, I will say that it feels like DefMars was heavily reliant on ByuN not going for the SCV scouts, right? If there was no SCV scout, there's a very high chance this works, but ByuN, he scouted, he confirmed, he walled off immediately, got the bunker up and running, did prioritize the factory, and was able to have a secure and clean defense. GG. GG, well played. A bit of a gamba there, a bit of a gamble out of DefMars was not worth it. And now we're loading to game number 2. We're loading into game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Vermeer. Here we go, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Vermeer, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Brood War Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the the blue Protoss player. We have the SC2 Protoss for 3D Clan. It is DefMars. And welcome to Vermeer. Vermeer is a 4-player spawn map. We have top right, top left, and bottom right. 4 possible spawn locations, and we'll see how our players will approach each other here. It is very common to see CC first, very common, but after what DefMars just went for in game 1, there's a high chance he goes for another all-in, so I don't know if ByuN will take the risk to go for that faster command center. He's going for it. You can see ByuN is banking on resources. CC first out of ByuN. A bold move here after being cheesed in game 1, but does go for it. This means a later Rax. Based on history here, it looks like ByuN should be going for a 3 Rax follow-up into Stim, but there is a chance he does go into Mech. Eyes are on ByuN here. But in last series, it did end up going into 3 Raxes. DefMars sees scouts top left, confirms that ByuN is not there. There it is. It is going to be CC first into a 3-Rax Stim timing. We saw the same thing between ByuN and MinoVK earlier in the broadcast. So we've already seen this build. I will say that the Stim timing is going to be hitting later. It's going to be a delayed Stim timing due to the rush distance by ground and due to the fact that ByuN doesn't actually know where DefMars is. ByuN knows DefMars is either a top right or bottom right. One of 2 locations. The reasoning for that is that in StarCraft Evolution, on 4-player spawn maps, one of the spawn locations is removed. So both players know that there were only 2 locations possible. ByuN knows the top left is empty. It is a way to reduce some of the RNG and some of the RNG nature of a 4-player spawn map. There we go, Marines are amassing. No Academy yet, true. Working towards the Academy. Meanwhile, DefMars, he does go for his own Twilight Council opener. Twilight Council most likely into Blink. Meanwhile, the Academy has begun. Building up into the Academy. Stim starts up. Starts up Stim. Get some medics on the way as well. ByuN will soon be moving out across the map, and we'll see if DefMars can slow down the push. DefMars, did he scout the Raxes? He did. Yeah, he got a full scout. He's fully aware of the Stim timing coming his way. We should soon be seeing batteries here at the natural. As DefMars does go 4-gate Blink, actually. Interesting. ByuN will hit first. Bear that in mind. Def shades into the main. ByuN, he pushes, catching out the Stalker. Ooh, that should not have happened, but Stalker does get caught out. And again, this gateway explosion is going to hit too late. There's a scan. He does reveal that the robo wasn't even done. Late battery. Yeah, late batteries are on the way, warping in 1 unit at a time. ByuN, he can end the game with this push. It's going to be close. Gonna be close here. Boys are coming. Okay, safety immortal. Good call. Making the safety immortal. There's a sentry. There's the energy overcharge. Batteries almost complete. He gets one. He gets two. Yeah, 2 batteries are done. Now, I will say, now that 2 batteries are done, and now that we have the sentry as well, I think DefMars holds. Sims in. Yeah, Sims in. Spots the batteries. Pulls away. Yeah, ByuN cannot break this. Good call out of ByuN. A nice judge of defensive setup here. DefMars defense. And from here, the game will continue. We'll continue. Seeing chat, who is DefMars? If you're a little bit unfamiliar, DefMars has been around for a long time. Am I crazy? Like, he's been around since like 2020 at least. Uh, 2019. Yeah. So he was active pre-COVID. Been around for a while. DefMars does move out. Darts are in the natural. And does not get a marine. A nice defense here by ByuN. ByuN holds, diving on the sentry, does focus it down. Not bad. Takes down the sentry, but bleeds out his medics. Yeah, a bit of a back and forth trade here. The prism gets low. Oh, he gets the prism. Oh, no, the prism goes down. Oh, God. Nice trades here by ByuN. Catching up the sentries, the prism as well, gets a full scout into the main. And behind this, ByuN is securing himself. Yeah, he does secure. Building up more maxes, building up his tank line. At this point has lost map control, that is true, but more than happy to just chill back at home. Just chill back at home. DefMars, he had to rebuild his prism. Now moving out. Third CC is on the way. ByuN just turtling up. And we'll see if DefMars can break through. Can he break him? Charge is done. With charge not complete, he can dive on top of the bunker. No repairs. Yeah, no repairs. Bunker does full. Tanks, they were late to siege. Yeah, very late to siege here. Now we can try to force some friendly fire. Tank follows on the stalkers. Boys are being pulled. And ByuN holds. Yeah, ByuN, he does hold on. He wants that prism. Prism does barely get away. Did I speak too soon? He wants it. He sims. He stims in and the prism goes down. Oh my god, GG gets called. Massive loss, and ByuN, he will take a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, DefMars had a good start. DefMars, he was able to react and defend well against the stim timing, but it was the aftermath. It was DefMars committing to a 2-base all-in, right? After defending, he went for his own 2-base all-in, no third expansion. If he wanted to, he could have taken a third base and built up into the mid-game, but he chose to double down. He chose to throw down more gateways, get into an 8-gate setup on 2 bases, committing to the all-in. It was brutal that he was going all-in and he lost the first War Prism. That meant that he was delayed when it came to his push, and of course across the map, he also did, I mean, it wasn't just the Prism being lost, but he committed to the natural. He was unable to get on top of the tanks. GG. GG well played. Nice target firing out of ByuN, as I'm sure DefMars was hoping for friendly fire. I'm sure he was hoping for a bit of friendly fire. As we're now loading into Sylphid for game number 3. The pressure is on. ByuN needs one more game to claim the series. DefMars needs one game to make a series out of this. To begin the comeback. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Sylphid, we have the once again, a Brood War Terran player. The Brood War Terran, we have the Red Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have the Blue Protoss player representing 3D Clan. The SC2 Protoss, it is DefMars. As we are settling into game number 3 here, potentially the final game of the series. Well, in Sylphid. Sylphid is a 3-player spawn map. You can spawn in bottom right, bottom left, or top side as well. 3 possible spawn locations. But what we have seen so far, there's been a bit of a trend here with DefMars, is non-stop all-ins. Non-stop all-ins. He has not macroed at all this series. It's been hyper aggressive. I will say the same about the quarterfinals match as well, where DefMars was going for cannon rushes and all-ins. And at this point, ByuN, I'm sure, has caught on to this. Once again, CC first. CC first out of ByuN. Into the Rax follow-up. High chance that we go CC first into 3 Rax stim once again. Ooh, meanwhile, a 2-gate opener. Okay, much more aggressive here. 2-gate opener out of DefMars. With this, he can apply a lot of pressure early on. He's looking for ByuN spawn location. Probe does move out. There are those 3 Maxes, and remember, behind this we're going for Stim. The Academy into Stim is going to be the follow-up. DefMars does scout top side, and doesn't find ByuN. Not yet. So DefMars is not aware of how greedy ByuN was here in the early game. He can hazard a guess. It's very common to see CC first here on Sylphid. And we are going to be opening up double adept. Remember, this does mean that we have 2 adepts quite quickly here. We can even get into another set. So that's going to be a Twilight Council before expand. Proxy Gate was on the way. 1 base all in. Okay. Just 1 base all in here by DefMars. Is going to commit, going to double down. Now, something that's working for DefMars is no SCV scout. There's no vision. There's no vision. There's no scouting out of ByuN. ByuN has no idea what's going on. And as a result, he's already getting a safety bunker. There's already going to be 1 safety bunker. But we'll see how quickly ByuN reacts to repair. We will see. As it's going to be very difficult defense for ByuN, considering he has no idea what's going on. Not impossible, but difficult. Ideally, the adepts want to distract ByuN while the Stalkers amass. Blink is on the way. Adepts are committed to the main. Marines, they attempt to hold their own. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3 Marines going down. Can we get 4? Settles to 3. Shades into the natural. So finance control by ByuN, pulls away. Saves the SCVs. Losing 0 SCVs so far. Oh my god. Losing 0 SCVs so far. Another adept just shades into the main, or the same adept I should say. Kills 1 worker. Delays the depot. Shades back. The SCVs are low. Doesn't shade. No. Yeah, it doesn't quite shade. But Blink is almost done. Blink is almost complete. Again, we have 2 gateways across the map. We have 2 gateways back at home, so it's going to be 1 base 4 gate Blink all in. Is it too late though? Stim is done. Right? Like, Stim is done. We already have medics. We have the bunker. Does DefMars have enough? Bearing in mind that ByuN will pull the boys to defend. He scans. There we go. He confirms. No natural. No natural base. Big scan there for ByuN. He knows. Does confirm the army. Confirms you all in. Boys are being pre-pulled. They repair. Yeah, they repair in time. And remember, he can stim. He's holding onto it. He's holding onto the stim. There we go. Does push in. Diving on the army. Doesn't catch any stalkers yet. Ooh, second stim. And he's spending a lot of stims here. Takes down 1, 2, 3 stalkers. Oh god. The target firing. Crazy. It does target fire. That's going to be 7 stalkers going down. Crazy damage. And he can stim again. Gets another. And he just bullies. Yeah, he just bullies back the army. Takes on every single stalker. Who needs bunkers, by the way. Reinforcements, they come in from behind. But this was well worth it for ByuN, as he does catch 2 more stalkers at the end. Well, that's what, 10? 11. 11 stalker kills. And ByuN is still amassing an army. He's still building on more Marines. I mean, his initial force hasn't even been dealt with. Like, he's still going. He's still going across the map. GG gets called, the all-in fails, and ByuN will claim the series 3-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Yes, the power of Stim. The power of Stim, baby. Very impressive as ByuN shuts down the all-in. As we mentioned, the 4-gate blink all-in just hit so late. So by the time it hit, Stim was done. Stim was already complete with a standard, with even a CC first build here. So again, ByuN, he was more than ready for it, more than prepared. Thankfully, he did scan. He confirmed the lack of expansion. He was able to pull the boys, repair, and set up defensively back at home. So with that, ByuN, he was more than ready. And ByuN, he will advance on. He'll advance on to the grand finals. And we have our next series getting ready here. It is going to be a best of 5. It's going to be a best of 5 here between Classic and Creator in the lower semis. Let's go.